Hey everybody, it's Daddy142014PG, and today we're taking a look at Resistance Burning Skies. As promised, there will be a little bit of a gameplay slash review. We're going to talk about the game, so remember to like and subscribe and leave some comments below. You guys make this possible. I hope you guys have had a chance to check out my unboxing of Resistance Burning Skies, and if you haven't, be sure to check that out as well. But let's jump into this game and tell you whether or not it's worth your purchase at the end of the day. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just something very small here, and it's obviously through this menu. I don't know if you guys can tell or not or see it, but it's just little attention to details where, for example, Resistance Burning Skies, you can see how the wording basically changes color, and you can see the flames coming up in the background. It's, again, the little things that actually make up for this game. So you can see it's a touch to start, so we'll just go ahead and touch that. Obviously, we'll check my online connection and whatnot. So let's just wait till it connects. So one of the things I really do like about this game is how they've implemented the the controls and whatnot and the layout. For FPS on a handheld console, it does an absolutely phenomenal job, and it does what it needs to do. Now, obviously, it's lacking certain elements. For example, the ability to click in the actual dual shock sticks or whatnot, and doesn't have the secondary triggers like the L2 and R2 and whatnot, and obviously that's a little bit of a hassle. But at the end of the day, once you play the game, you'll find yourself adjusting and getting used to it. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and talk about here is multiplayer before we jump into the single player campaign, and that's more specifically because it simply does not work for me at this point. I have been trying and trying to get into a match, and every single time that I do, you'll notice that I'll jump into it here, and it will just basically search, and it will say that my connection has timed out. If I actually manage to find players, which is about 8 of them, you can see, because it's 2 to 8, what will end up happening is it won't actually load into the match itself. Now, I don't know if this is a glitch that they haven't worked out, or if it's just the servers are so bogged down with so many people trying to jump online right now, but I simply haven't been able to get online. While we're waiting for it to do that, I want to talk about some of the features available in the multiplayer. For example, the ability to edit your loadout. So you'll see that it will come up with the different types of loadouts here. Now, again, you'll see it timed out there, by the way. So let's actually not bother with the match. Let's just edit the loadout. So you have the ability to use the touch screen where you can slide across. Now, of course, there's only 3, or you can use the dual stick. Or, it's not a dual stick, my apologies. The D-pad or the dual shock. Or the analog stick, my apologies. Once you select a loadout, you can edit it, choosing to upgrade your weapons, change your weapons, all that fun stuff. So, for example, you can see that I have 8,000 XP. I haven't got into the actual multiplayer yet. I got that because when I pre-ordered it, I automatically got upgraded to level 5. So you can see the different weapons here. We'll just talk about them. The famous carbine still in here, the bullseye, the hunter. Then we have some new weapons like the mule. The 6-eye, I believe, is new. It might have been available. I don't know if they called it the 6-eye in the other Resistance. The auger, which is obviously familiar. The mauler and the swarm. So, again, some new weapons in there as well. Then you can obviously go ahead and you can, upgrade it so you can have an extended clip. Things, for example, like your bullseye range, greater effect, additional tag ammo capacity. So all that fun stuff. So it definitely keeps you engaged, and you can upgrade other things as well, like secondary upgrades. So definitely the leveling up system and the upgrade system is definitely implemented there. Furthermore than that, you can keep track of your stats, obviously. You can see that I haven't played any, and your leaderboards, and then your options. And your options consist of things such as your audio options, your control options, and your view controls and view credits. Now, those are pretty self-explanatory, so I won't go into them too much. At this point, I'm going to jump out of the multiplayer. I'm going to jump into the single-player campaign, where we'll take a look at the game itself. Now, one of the great things that this game does is it implements a trophy list, so you can essentially just pause and check on your trophy status to see how far away you are from achieving whatever trophy you've set out to do. So you can obviously see that I've played some of the game already. The percentage has gone up in some of them. But it's just one of those nifty little things, and I know some games currently do it, but it's nice to see it in the PS Vita as well. So then you have your intel and your options and your continue. So we'll just go ahead and hit continue here. As for the controls, I find they work very well. Essentially, your L1 button will be your aim, and your R2 would be your shoot. You'll have your triangle. You can hold it down to bring up your weapon wield. Your circle is your crouch. Your X is your jump, and your square is your standard reload. To melee, you would do things like touch the screen. Secondary fire as well. You would hold on to the person that you want to tag, for example, with the bullseye, and then you would just start shooting, and that would essentially shoot off the secondary ammo. And that applies a lot of times. With the grenades, you can just grab a grenade, and you'll notice I'll do it in the match, and you can actually drag it onto the people you want to throw it into, and it will throw it there. So let's just go ahead and see if we can skip this scene here, which of course I can't. So this video might be a little bit longer, but I apologize. I have to wait through this here. So again, for those of you who are unaware, this is a title not done by Insomniac, but done by, I forget the name of it, how you pronounce it, with an N or something like that. It's eluding me right now. In any case scenario, you follow the storyline of a character named Riley, or Tom Riley, who is a firefighter. At this point, you can tell I'm a little bit into the game already. One of the first things I want to talk about is the graphics are really well done. They're not quite PS3 yet. Obviously, I have noticed some issues. For example, if you come over here to the car, let's just take a closer look. That car, to me, really looks PS2-ish. So, it's definitely a step in the right direction. I think if we're going to see more first-person shooters like Call of Duty, this one being the first FPS, has done a really good job. Again, it just feels natural and it feels at home. All in all, I think it's a great game, and you should definitely pick it up. With the online pass, if you're you're going to see yourself playing that online. I think you'll definitely like it. You'll see how adaptable the controls are. Of course, this chick won't get out of my way here. So one of the things you can do as well is you can dive into cover. Let's see if I can melee this guy. Oh, there we go. Got him. So you'll be able to jump into cover simply by running up to a wall and then pressing the D-pad, say for example, all the way to the right to lean to the right, and then I can all the way come back and lean out again. So again, that's a pretty nifty little thing for the cover system there. We'll climb up here and see who we can kill, or maybe I'll get killed. Yeah, no, not happening. So I'll just demonstrate the secondary shooting mechanics. Oh, of course the guy or girl got him with a grenade. So it's just giving me a little bit of a tutorial here. Still haven't obviously dived into the game that much at this point yet, so there's still things that are coming up that it's showing me consistently. So this does also take place along with the initial invasion that happens of New York City. There we go.
The tunnel. Follow me. I know a shortcut.
Yes, ma'am. Follow the chick. She knows the shortcut. Okay, I'll just demonstrate the grenade mechanisms as well. And I'll just quickly show you one of the other weapons. Although for some reason I can't switch weapons. Okay, so I guess I'm showing you the carbine. You Chimera coming to my city? Oh, I have no ammo. Oh, there we go. So we'll pull up the bullseye. So I was able to switch weapons. It just wasn't working with the quick switch. Come on, chickadoo, where are you?
I'll cover you.
So then obviously you can do things like, for example, like touch the door and it will open it and whatnot. Some of the issues I did have is the lighting when you're in really dark areas. It's hard, and when you try and hold this down here to go into the quick options, you see how it kind of stagnates out the ability to adjust the brightness. It seems like it currently locks it in place, so that would be obviously one of the issues I did have. All in all, though, guys, great game. I don't want to, drag this video on too long. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Make sure you pick up your copy of Resistance Burning Skies. If you do, feel free to hit me up online and add me, Daddy1424. I'll be more than happy to play with you if I can ever actually get on the multiplayer servers. All in all, guys, I'm going to put this down here. Thank you very much. Remember to like and subscribe and leave some comments below. Again, tell me what games you're looking forward to the most. And have you guys had a chance to pick up the Resistance Burning Skies yet? Ignore all the other criticisms you see out there from some of the other companies. You're obviously going to get some of those biased opinions out there. I think this is a great game. Obviously, there are some issues. Every game has its shortcomings. But at the end of the day, that's what video games are. They're not going to be perfect, and there's very few of them are actually perfect. As well, a side note, make sure to check out our new website that just launched, themediapurchaseguide.com. That is what the TMPG stands for, in case you're unaware. So check that out. It is actually active as of a couple days ago, so make sure you check that out. I hope you guys take care, and like usual, Daddy1424 signing off. Peace. Love.